What's happening, ladies? So last night I put a receiver hitch on the Trooper. Should have videoed it when I did it probably, but I didn't. So just thought I'd go over what all I did real quick. Here we go. So I picked up this receiver out of the trash, and I like to do that with stuff. It's cheap, I'm cheap. But anyhow, you've got your spindle hitch up here, which is a obvious necessity with such a massive vehicle. And there's 4 bolts there, and you've got one bolt down here and one on the other side. Those are the main ones. On the top side, you've got these 2 bolts. They're going to be rusty. There's a captive nut on the back side. Let me show you. There was a, let's see this very well. These like nuts like this, these weld nuts that are on there, you can well, I had to take a air hammer and just shear those off because those were junk, obviously. Most of the head stripped off or broke. But once you get those 2 off, this cover comes off. This cover comes off. There's 2 bolts here on each side. Those come off, and then this whole part slips right out. You can take off this cover if it's still there. There's 4 of these clips. Push up on the middle, and the pin will come out, and then you're just left with that. You can take that out. But you can see it's made up of a piece of sheet metal here on top. Mine was all mangled up. I had to get that back together, and then this is all rotted out, obviously, because we're in Ohio. That side, this piece broke off, and I just welded it on there. Close, but it ended up working. But anyhow, so this piece here is the main thing that you're welding to. It's nice and wide. I took this 2-inch receiver, cleaned it all up as best I could. I didn't want to dick around with the rest of it. And just ran a bead right there, along here, across the back side, and then down the other side, obviously. These were on the piece of garbage that I pulled out of the trash or whatever, these 2 eye bolts. So I just cut off the threads and welded around there to help secure it up front. And then now that I look at it, I should have put a piece from here to here to bridge that gap and further solidify the rear of it, but whatever. I'm not pulling a lot of stuff. I figured I'd use this for moving trailers around the property, and maybe a motorcycle carrier on there, whatever, for the Grom or the dirt bikes. But yeah, so that's one way to do it if you got a welder, or your buddy's got a welder and he's not a total idiot. We all got idiot friends with welders. Unless you don't think you do, and then you're the one that's the idiot friend with the welder. But anyhow, yeah. But the other options that are available, they sell a hitch that bolts here and it's supposed to come down or something. Kurt does. The manufacturer, Kurt, not the guy Kurt. But I don't know how those work or not. This didn't cost me anything, so I like it. Anyhow, here it is from this side. Yes, it's rusty. That hitch, I know you're wondering, ties in at the middle, but there's this piece right here. This cross piece goes across the whole way and ties into your frame rails. Make sure that's not all rotted out. This is starting to go, but it's okay. You'd be surprised how much rust you can get away with. But here's another shot on this side. Well, it is on there to help cement that in. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and like, click, subscribe, whatever, or don't. I don't really give a shit. I will talk to you later. Bye.